Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our viewers, whichever time zone you are viewing from. So today we came up with another practitioner questions. So we got numerous requests. So I am not going into details of how to solve these questions or what are the marks distributions. So I am thinking or I'm guessing that you are now familiar with the patterns. So the screen will look like this, where left side will be the questions and the right side you will have four options. So without wasting time, let's go into the question. So maybe just I'm pointing the laser or highlighting. So the question is, as the chief enterprise architect at a sports injury firm, you are aware that many competitors have enhanced their litigation strategies and efficiency by integrating artificial intelligence into their processes. The CIO has approved an architecture work request to explore the application of machine learning in developing a new AI-driven litigation and finance process for the firm. So the work request of the it's approved means SOW is signed. So the vision phase is done. This process aims to guide lawyers and analysts in their work assignments with the primary objectives of enhancing task profitability, optimizing staff utilization, and increasing individual profitability. So, with this paragraph, there is nothing much we can derive. The CIO has stressed that architecture should facilitate rapid implementation of continuous machine learning, with the solution being consistently evaluated for value delivery and swiftly iterated towards success. Means here CIO has stated the roadmap. The solution should have architecture should facilitate rapid implementation of continuous this, and this being consistently evaluated value delivery means here they are actually thinking of the proper architecture roadmap. So our solution, whichever the option in this, that should have the specific roadmap vision. However, some partners have expressed reservations about allowing AI to make decisions, while others are concerned about the risk associated with its use in the services they provide. Okay, the CIO is interested in knowing if these concerns can be addressed and how risk will be mitigated in a new architecture that enables AI and machine learning. So, what are the two concerns? Concern is risk that service has evaluated that service is providing, and what will be the mitigation technique. So in our architecture that should be there. Given this scenario, you have been tasked with proposing an approach that would facilitate the development of an architecture that addresses both the CIOs and partners concerns. Okay, based on the TOGAF standard, which of the following would be the most appropriate response? So there is another concern also that has been raised by partners. If reservations of allowing AI to make decisions. So two concerns, AI to make decisions and risk. That is the CIO also facilitate continuous machine learning, how it can be done, and the roadmap. So these are the two main points that we need to think about. So the question is, which of the following is the most appropriate response from the enterprise architect? Okay. So now going to the option. So option A, propose the creation of all potential models for each candidate architecture that will enable the AI and machine learning solutions. Okay. This ensures comprehensive data and detailed coverage. A formal review with stakeholders should be conducted to confirm that their concerns have been adequately addressed by the models. Consider agility during phase G implementation governance. So there are a few good points. One is it is trying to create potential model for each candidate architecture, but the thing is It is talking about AI and machine learning solution, but it is not giving the architecture roadmap properly. And it is talking about a formal review with stakeholders should be conducted. So formal review with stakeholders, that is good, means it is trying to get the not the approval, but it is allowing the stakeholders to know what the architect is trying to do. And it is in the governance phase, it is trying to consider the agility, how much flexible it is. Okay, it's not a bad option, but I don't think that at this point, this will be the best answer. So let's go into other options. Option B suggests conducting a stakeholder analysis resulting in a stakeholder map that documents the stakeholders and their concerns. Yes, this is the correct approach uh, for an enterprise architect, that I told in other videos also, that enterprise architect is an agent or the main person for the stakeholders. He is actually representing the stakeholders' concerns to be addressed. So, and stakeholder map is a proper technique. So, in which what is the role of a specific stakeholder and what are their concerns and how it will be addressed. So, that is the main purpose of stakeholder map. So, I will show you in this video also that a sample stakeholder map. Define the concerns and relevant views for each group and record them in the architecture vision document. Okay, that is the another point they told, that the roadmap, that there should be a proper vision. Include risk mitigation through regular assessments. Okay, so that is another point, risk mitigation they told. Okay, in the actual exam, you will not able to highlight. Okay, so that is just a note. Include risk mitigation through regular assessments in the requirements. This approach will also facilitate a supervised agile implementation of continuous machine learning. Yes, that is the another thing they wanted, the continuous machine learning and the vision stakeholder map. So this till now, this is the best option where all these things are covered. Option C recommended the creation of a communications plan to address the key stakeholders. Communication plan is needed, but with only communication, all the key stakeholders' concerns cannot be addressed. This is not a best technique. Particularly the most influencing partners, this plan should include a report summarizing the key features of the architecture that reflect their requirements, ensure that each key stakeholder's concerns are being addressed. This is one good point. Uh, Explicitly address risk mitigation and agility as components of the architecture being developed. So in this option, we are not getting the anything for the roadmap. We are not getting anything for the continuous machine learning thing. And the technique to address the stakeholder concerns is the communication plan, which is also not a good option. So either this will be 0 or 1-pointer option. Till now, this is 5, this is 3. A is 3, B is 5. Now go to D. Advise the creation of a set of business models that can be uniformly applied across all architecture projects. Creation of set of business models that will uniformly applied across all architecture projects. It's technically, means theoretically possible, but I don't think there is any business model which can apply to all architecture projects. Train the stakeholders to understand the business models to ensure uh, they can see their concerns are being addressed. Means stakeholder, we need to train the stakeholders to understand the business models. So this is another point. Enterprise architect role is nothing like means you will train the stakeholders to understand the technology. Their role is to understand the uh, business problem and how it can be solved. So I will show you a stakeholder map. Actually, there can be some stakeholder whose concern is only the technology. So that is a different thing. Address risk once the security architecture is developed, which will occur later to avoid impeding the agility required by the CIO. So with this option, nothing on the uh, roadmap, nothing for the AI or the machine learning. So C and D, so is not the best option. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, so as I told you, I'll show you one sample stakeholder map. Uh, so this is a sample stakeholder map. So you can see here that there are multiple stakeholders. One can be senior leader, one can be risk owners, one can be business partners, and everyone has their different concerns and or everyone is interested on different things. So a senior leader, he might be interested in agility, efficiency, value proposition, whereas a customer is only interested in agility, value proposition, security, and these stuffs. And the implementer, suppose our developers, they are interested in what are the change requests, what is the feasibility, is it possible or not, the control, security, and these things. So everyone has their different intention and their only the architecture will be successful if all their concerns are addressed. So this is a sample stakeholder map. So I believe we are able to figure it out these questions, and the answer is option B. So thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel, EdTech Society All Learners. See you in next video. Thank you.